Welcome back to the channel. This is Tommy T, first year moto trials, just documenting my first year competing in trials events. This is going to be day 2 at Bloomington, Indiana, Hayco Farms trials event. Here's my friend Charlie. He's riding the advanced line in section 1 on Sunday. A lot of dips and tight turns in this little ravine. You'll see him come up over this log, nice little floater turn. Coming down. And it's back up over this log inside of a tight box. Out of slam on the brakes, turn left. Nice job, Charlie. So I had met up with a fellow YouTuber, Sean McGinnis. Now he and his wife are coming from Moda events, and this is Stacy riding the intermediate line, telling me, get out of the way, I'm coming right towards you. But following her through this same section 1, she did a great job. Wound up getting first place overall in the women's division. Super pumped for her. Awesome ride, Stacy.
Can we get you on camera?
Yeah, why not?
Let me finish then.
So I think I got a little ahead of myself saying, hey, I'll film you. I should have just been concentrating on my own line because it's up this hill, down to the left. I got to go in between these tight trees here for the sportsman line. On this right side turn going downhill, I need to practice on this. So I go a little bit wide here, and you see that stump kind of straight in front of me where I'm looking? That's where I should have been going up. So I completely missed the line, missed the gate, getting a 5.
I got lost.
Yeah, I got lost.
I got lost.
So here's Sean on the advanced line. This is section 2. Now he's going to come back down through the same gate, doing it correctly. Now Sean, I just really respect him as a rider. He does this nice job, just smooth, tight turns. Now he goes right over this stump and then back up, and it's some rocky, slippery stuff here at the top. Couple dabs there, but a nice ride by Sean. So section 3 was pretty flat, but very tight turns and had some nice obstacles in order to mix things up. So this was definitely a challenge. I'm realizing more and more that it's the turns, not the obstacles, that are getting me hemmed up. I like this camera angle because you can still see my feet, especially if I dab. So I wound up making it over these couple obstacles clean, but this set of tight turns was just a lot. Almost need a floater turn to get over that. And then I just couldn't hang on. So I got the right foot down. I get myself into position. And then I'm falling to the left. Ah, I just couldn't balance. So now I got 2.
Working on 2.
So in between these tight trees, around to the left. And then back over this log. Ugh, just couldn't pull it off. It's always good to ride these events and realize what you need to work on. So for me, it's off-camber turns. So section 4, Sean had to ride up this big rock face. He did have another option, but he was definitely concerned about getting traction. If you saw him in the last video, all the mossy rocks just made it really slippery. And this is going to be the biggest, probably the biggest obstacle that he's hit. So he's just getting some advice from Brian, who's an expert rider.
Watching. I was impressed.
Yeah, it was good. I think I tried to get you on video. I'm not sure.
So, you gonna hit the rock?
I'm gonna try it.
Section 4 on Sunday, Sean's advanced is got a pretty big rock face, so see how he does on this. We got a couple spotters, myself and Brian gonna try and help him out. Oh yeah, awesome! Plenty of room for a nice run up. Made it look easier than it was, but I know his heart was pumping. And you know, hitting these bigger obstacles is definitely challenging. So kudos to him for sticking with it. Now he's going to make this tight left-hand turn. You're good.
Oh,
Use it.
And this next section, just really challenging to get up these with momentum.
That's it. Wait, what about over here? What if you put your front tire here? Can you go up that?
maybe it might slide, but yeah.
I mean, you'll get at least 2 feet on this side of that route. Get your front tire a little further. There you go. There you go.
So what you're seeing filmed is Sean's first attempt at this line, and later on he wound up cleaning this section twice. So awesome improvement for the day, Sean. All right, so here's my line for sportsman. It's these tight off cambers, tree saplings, and then rocks. Man, it was a dab fest for sure. So here's pro rider Sam Fassel on the next section. Look at him just hopping around. So Sam is out of Louisville, and awesome to have him there. Definitely inspiring to watch. I think I get a little bit more footage of him in the next one.
Nice job, Sam. So here's Stacy doing a great job. Off camber, tight turns. This is the intermediate line. Now she's riding a 300 Scorpa, and man, she's controlling that thing super well. So Sean's advanced line, very similar to my Sportsman line, and you look at the control he's got. That turn right there, it just threw me. He's riding a Vertigo 300, just lugging it way down. That thing's actually got a Wi-Fi box to his phone, so he can adjust, I don't even know, more settings than I can think of. He was supposed to go a little further right on that section, got a little turned around, and I said, man, I don't want to get turned around again. I don't want to miss these gates. So on this next portion, I said, hey, tell me where to go, yell at me. So there he is helping me out. And honestly, this is what's so cool about trials. It's like a team sport. Everyone's there to help one another. And, you know, having he's not my minder, but having him there almost acting as one is really helpful. You know, giving each other tips on riding technique and where to go and how to lean. You can see on this next uphill portion, just dipping the knees in, kind of getting the hips in so I'm not wheeling. And wound up working out well for me. So I appreciate his help in this. All right, so here's Sam in the next section. That turn right there, oh, there's like a 15-foot drop off down that bank. Sorry, I got some water on the lens, but look at this. Look at him just hopping around, so easy. This is the champ line that he's riding. It's all these little hops that he's doing that just, they separate him for sure. Nice job, Sam. All right, so I'll let you get a look at it first person. This downhill right-hand turn, so easy to wash out. Saw plenty of people do it. I hit my foot on the sapling at one point. It's like a 15-foot down right there. If you just go down to the right, look out. And I was super proud getting through that, but it's this uphill drive up over these rocks, through those tight trees. You can see my handlebar hit a little bit on the left-hand side there. Later on in a different loop, I wound up smashing my foot into one of those little saplings, and I thought I even broke my toe, but thankfully it was just stubbed real bad.
I think I got a 3 at least. All right, section 7.
So this next section, again, another downhill left-hand turn. Now this time I've got to squeeze between a rock and a log, and I was pretty proud of myself. I wound up kind of floating left over that log, riding my back wheel clean up through that section, but then I just couldn't hold my balance. You'll see it coming up here in order to drive up through the next section. So right here, there's the log, put the tire on it, but then just dabbed right there. Super hard to get through those skinny gates and stay in line. All right, so the last section of the day, nice wide open at the bottom, and then just a speedy run up and narrow chute. So Sunday was 4 loops at 8 sections, and it's just a fun event, man. I mean, Trials is super cool, but then to have all these guys from Trials Inc. just willing to help you out, talk to you, give you tips, advice, really friendly group there at Hayco Farms, and just had an absolute blast getting to ride with Sean and Stacy. Here's the awards for the overall winners for first place for each division. Really cool murals. So there's Connor, youngest rider at 9 years old, doing awesome. And then Stacy, overall women's first place intermediate, super pumped for her. Bill, Dwayne, Bob on the e-bike, Steve, Sean, Charlie, and Sam. Overall, just had a super fun weekend camping out with Sean and Stacy. Now, I didn't even really know them until this weekend, but that's what Trials does. Like-minded people, talking, hanging out, having a good time. Really appreciate their friendship. Hayco Farms, we'll see you next year. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to leave a comment below. It makes a big difference as far as my willingness to keep making these videos for you.